Ever wonder what it's like to battle with an alarm clock every morning? I mean, who voluntarily chooses to be chirpy before the sun? I'm the other kind, the hit snooze until it's an Olympic sport kind. You see, my alarm clock is my personal DJ, dropping beats harder than any nightclub. It's like a morning concert, a symphony of sleep disruption. The beep beep is a classic, the buzz buzz is the techno remix, and my personal favorite, the you're already late siren. That one's a real crowd pleaser. I don't have just one alarm. No, that would be too easy. I have 15. It's like I'm diffusing a bomb every morning, an explosive mix of guilt, panic, and grogginess. And the math I do to justify each snooze, well, let's just say it makes calculus look like child's play. It's a delicate game of negotiation. If I sleep 5 more minutes and shower in 3, I can be out the door in 2. Who needs breakfast anyway? It's like a high-stakes poker game, and I'm all in, betting on my ability to teleport to work. So, my friends, welcome to the Snooze Olympics, where the stakes are high, the judges are merciless, and the athletes are, well, half asleep. Ever play that game where you bargain with yourself? It's a popular pastime for us night owls. It's like a high-stakes auction, and the currency is sleep. Going once, going twice, sold to the man who just traded breakfast for an extra 15 minutes of sleep. The breakfast bargain is a delicate balance. It's basically a morning version of the food pyramid, but instead of fruits and grains, it's made up of snooze buttons, quick showers, and skipped meals. The rules are simple. The more time you need, the more you need to sacrifice. Speaking of sacrifice, let's talk about the coffee debacle. One morning in a sleep-deprived haze, I thought it would be a great idea to make coffee without water. The result? A cup of hot, dry sadness. It was the espresso equivalent of tumbleweed blowing through a ghost town. The coffee machine and I, we're still working through our issues. It's been giving me the cold shoulder and cold coffee ever since. And then there's the breakfast itself. Who has time for a full English or even a bowl of cereal? My breakfast is usually whatever I can grab while sprinting out the door. I've become a pro at the grab-and-go breakfast. I've even invented a new culinary sensation, the toast sandwich. It's exactly what it sounds like. Toast. In between toast. I know, it's like I'm the Picasso of breakfast foods. You know, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but I think they forgot to mention that it's also the most negotiable. You can't barter with lunch or dinner. They're non-negotiable. But breakfast? It's the wheeler-dealer of meals. It's always open for negotiation. So, while the morning people are sitting down with their avocado toast and freshly squeezed orange juice, us night owls are doing the breakfast bargain. We're trading in crispy bacon for a few more minutes under the warm duvet. We're swapping out scrambled eggs for a few more moments of sweet, sweet slumber. Then there's the wardrobe roulette. Oh, what a game it is! It's like a fashion version of Russian roulette, where the stakes are my dignity and the ammunition is my sleep-deprived clothing choices. You see, in the wee hours of the morning, when the world is still shrouded in darkness and my brain is shrouded in sleep, my wardrobe transforms. It becomes this mystical realm where dress shirts look like t-shirts and jeans magically morph into formal trousers. This one time I showed up at work wearing 2 different shoes, not 2 different colors, mind you, 2 entirely different styles. One was a sporty sneaker, the other a classy loafer. It was a sartorial catastrophe. But hey, I was just trying to cover all bases. Meeting in the boardroom, loafers got it covered. Impromptu football match in the parking lot, sneaker is ready to go. Another time I put on a sweater inside out. Surprisingly, no one noticed. Until I had to give a presentation. Standing in front of my colleagues with the tag of my sweater proudly declaring itself to the world was a moment to remember. I tried to play it off as a new trend. I called it tag chic. It didn't catch on. And let's not forget the ties. The ties, they're like the wild cards of my wardrobe roulette. Stripes with polka dots, neon with pastels, Christmas themed in July. You name it, I've probably worn it. I once wore a Hawaiian shirt to a client meeting. I walked in, and everyone's face was a picture of polite confusion. I just smiled and said, "I'm bringing the vacation to you." It was a tough sell, but I think I pulled it off. Then there was the time I wore pajama bottoms thinking they were my slacks. Let's just say it was a very comfortable day at the office. So yes, the wardrobe roulette is a thrilling game of chance. And sometimes I show up at the office looking like I dressed in the dark, which technically I did. But remember, it's not a fashion disaster if you own it, or at least that's what I keep telling myself. And then there's the commute, the mad dash to catch the bus. It's a race against time, folks, and let me tell you, time is a cheetah, and I'm more of a, well, sloth. You see, my morning routine is a bit like an action movie. There's drama, there's suspense, and there's me, the unlikely hero, running for the bus with a toast in my mouth, bag flapping in the wind, dignity nowhere in sight. My toast, by the way, is my trusty sidekick in this thrilling saga. It's the Robin to my Batman, the Chewbacca to my Han Solo. It's been with me through thick and thin, mostly because it's the only thing I can eat while sprinting down the street. Who knew carbs could be so supportive? And let's not forget about my bag. It flaps in the wind like a flag, a symbol of my struggle, my resistance against the tyranny of the alarm clock. It's filled with the essentials: half-eaten toast, forgotten coffee, and the dreams of a full night's sleep. Now, I could take a more relaxed approach to the commute, maybe leave a bit earlier, but where's the fun in that? No, my friends, the adrenaline rush of sprinting for the bus, the suspense of not knowing if I'll make it, the triumph when I do, it's the most excitement a night owl gets before noon. I've had some memorable commutes, let me tell you. There was the time I ran for the bus in my slippers, or the time I chased after it with my shirt inside out, and who could forget the time I made it just as the doors were closing, only to realize I'd left my bag at home. But, at the end of the day, or rather the start of it, it's all worth it. Because the commute is more than just a sprint for the bus. It's a testament to my resilience, my tenacity, my unwavering determination to keep my job despite all odds. Yes, my friends, the commute is like the universe's way of testing how badly you want to keep your job. And let me tell you, I may not be a morning person, but I sure am a keeping my job person, so bring it on, universe. I'm ready for you. But the best is when I actually wake up early. It's like discovering a hidden treasure, unearthing some ancient secret. I open my eyes and the clock reads 5:30. I'm bewildered, amazed, a bit scared. It feels like I've just walked into a party I wasn't invited to. The sun is still snoozing, and I for once am not. I look around expecting a standing ovation from my furniture. I mean, I'm up before the birds, I've beaten the worms. I'm the early bird's early bird. I've got time to burn, baby. I strut over to my alarm. Not today, my electronic nemesis, I say, hitting the snooze button with the confidence of a man who's just won the lottery. Next thing I know, it's 8:30. My victory lap turns into a mad dash. I'm late again. My friends tell me, you'll get used to waking up early. If I haven't adapted by now, I'm pretty sure I'm evolutionarily destined to be nocturnal. I'm waiting for my night vision to kick in any day now. So here's to all the night owls trying to survive in a morning person's world. To those of us who've turned 5 more minutes into an art form, who've mastered the dance of the snooze button, and have a PhD in alarm clock negotiations. To the brave souls who've dared to make coffee in the twilight hours, only to forget to drink it. To those who've discovered the hidden gustatory delights of a toast sandwich and have turned wardrobe roulette into a daring fashion statement. To the sprinters, the racers against time who've turned the morning commute into an adrenaline-fueled dash. To those who've glimpsed the elusive 6 a.m., only to be lured back into the comforting arms of sleep. To all the night owls who've turned the struggle of mornings into a comedy of errors. We may not be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but we've got moonlit charisma and 3 a.m. charm. In conclusion, my fellow Twilight enthusiasts, if you ever find yourself questioning your life choices as you snooze your alarm for the 10th time, remember, some of the greatest minds were night owls. So, maybe we're not lazy. Maybe we're just undercover geniuses. Our peak hours just happen to be when the rest of the world is asleep. So keep hitting that snooze button, cherish those moonlit moments, and let the early birds catch the worms. We night owls, we catch dreams. And occasionally the last slice of midnight pizza. Be sure to comment below about your groggy early morning adventures. Thanks for visiting the Quirky Chronicle channel. Until next time, stay quirky, folks.